Category: things you can't keep in your pants.
I just know that vaping is safer than smoke, right? Vapor is safer than smoke.
I believe it is.
And not as fun.
But
it's pretty clear.
Okay, I agree with you about joints. There's something about a joint. I mean, people who watch Club Random, they say, you know, Bill, thank you again, one guy. I don't know. This crowd is very strange.
He's the white guy.
They're great laughs. And not making everything dividing us racially. You know, like smoking's bad. Bad for blacks, bad for whites. Why ban the black cigarette? It seems just unnecessarily divisive. Am I wrong? To me, that's racist.
Well, that's what they're saying.
Right? I mean, isn't it the cigarette that the blacks prefer?
It's the anti-racist position because it will save more black lives.
Well, we'll make something illegal, which will give cops more a reason to get involved with black lives.
Right.
But this wasn't just another live interview. This turned into a complete on-air clash, and it escalated fast. Right in front of a live audience, Bill Maher brings on Katie Herzog, and at first, it looks like a normal conversation. But it doesn't stay that way for long. Because the moment she starts pushing a bold, woke argument, everything shifts. You can feel it. The tone changes. The energy tightens. And Maher doesn't let it slide. What starts as a simple discussion quickly turns into a direct, face-to-face confrontation right there on real time with Bill Maher, with the audience watching every second. And before we go any further, if you enjoy breakdowns like this, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to hit our first 1,000 subscribers, and it genuinely helps more than you think. And here's the thing. Katie walks in, sounding confident, prepared, ready to make her point. But she has no idea what's coming next. Because within moments, that argument starts to unravel and Maher is right there to push it over the edge. And this is where everything begins to fall apart.
The FDA banned Juul e-cigarettes this week. No vaping for the kids. What are your thoughts on this? Wow. What are your thoughts?
This is if anything turns me into a libertarian, it will be this particular issue. They have not only banned Juul, a tool that many, many thousands of people who have used to get off of smoking. Biden is now saying that they're going to reduce the amount of nicotine within cigarettes. Ask any smokers, what is that going to do? It is going to mean that smokers will smoke more. It is not the nicotine that kills you, it is everything else in the cigarette. So to me, this is an example of government trying to do the right thing.
And menthol.
And menthol, right.
What, you heard that? You didn't hear that?
They've been talking about this for years.
Is that a law now? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
Do you know? Anybody? Menthol?
I think they're at least banned in DC now.
Okay, so menthol cigarettes, which, I mean, to me that's racist.
Well, that's what they're saying.
I mean, isn't it the cigarette that the blacks prefer?
It's the anti-racist position because it will save more black lives.
Well, we'll make something illegal, which will give cops more a reason to get involved with black lives.
Right.
But
I'm a purist. I only smoke joints. And
I know you do.
But I know it's not good for my lungs. I absolutely do. I'm not going to pretend it isn't. And for most people, because I don't like the way that the vape makes you feel as a stoner. It doesn't work, really.
Yeah. Oh, it does.
Oh, well...
Really? You never used like a Puffco?
I have.
And this is where the conversation takes a turn. Because now we're not just talking personalities. We're talking policy. Katie starts pushing the idea around regulating nicotine, framing it like the government is just trying to help. And on the surface, it almost sounds reasonable. You can see why people nod along to it. You can see why it feels like the right thing to do. Cut the nicotine. Reduce addiction. Problem solved, right? But here's the problem. That logic doesn't hold up for more than a few seconds. Because if you actually think it through, it creates the exact opposite outcome. If you lower nicotine levels, smokers don't just stop. They adjust. They smoke more cigarette, more tobacco, more damage. So what are we really doing here? We're not reducing harm, we're just changing how people get it. and somehow making it worse. And this is where the entire argument starts to crack. Because now it's not just about good intentions, it's about consequences. Real-world consequences. And when you follow that logic all the way through, it leads to an uncomfortable question. Is this policy actually helping people? Or is it just another example of something that sounds good, but fails the moment reality hits it? And you can feel it building at this point. Because once that flaw is exposed, there's only two options. Double down or start backing off. And Maher? He's not about to let this slide.
Category, things you can't keep in your pants.
I just know that vaping is safer than smoke, right? Vapor is safer than smoke.
I believe it is.
And not as fun.
But
I think it's pretty clear.
Okay, I agree with you about joints. There's something about a joint. I mean, people who watch Club Random, they say, you know, Bill, thank you again, one guy. I don't know. This crowd is very strange.
He's the white guy
They're
who wants
great
to crack
laughers,
on.
but they will not commit to anything.
They're really into
They're
jewelry.
very cautious, good people. But, you know, they're like, Bill, you always have that club cigarette in your hand. Because, you know, that's what we're smoking. There's something about a joint. I think it's more than just what it feels in your lungs. It's like the prop of it. It's like I remember when I would smoke cigarettes, there was something about sitting in a... Yes.
And I like the kick you upside the head kind of feel when the smoke, when you first get it, it kind of bang. And the vape is more like, woo.
But they also, they're targeting just Juul. There are other companies that make vapes. Juul is the popular one.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, that's because they're trying to keep kids from buying
Right.
Juuls, right? And that's the brand that sort of teenagers know, and they
Right.
don't want kids
Right.
to get hooked on nicotine.
Fuck the kids. It's helping people
But-
quit
but-
smoking.
And now the tone really starts to shift. Because at this point, it's no longer just about the policy, it's about how confidently it's being defended, despite the cracks already showing. Katie tries to hold her ground, and to be fair, not everything she's saying is completely off. There are pieces of the argument that sound reasonable in isolation. For example, the idea that a lot of people using products like Juul aren't actually trying to quit smoking. That part, there's some truth to it. And that's what makes this moment more interesting, because instead of collapsing immediately, the argument lingers just enough to feel defendable. But here's where it starts slipping again. Because even if you accept that point, even if you give her that ground, it still doesn't fix the bigger issue. It doesn't solve the contradiction we just exposed. And now you can feel the tension building. Because Katie is trying to balance two things at once, sounding reasonable, while defending a position that's starting to fall apart. And that's not easy to do. Especially when someone like Bill Maher is sitting right across from you, ready to push every weak point. And this is the moment where debates are won or lost. Not when everything is clean and clear, but when things start getting messy, when the logic isn't lining up, and you're forced to either adjust or double down. And right here, you can feel it. She's starting to hesitate, and Maher sees it.
Case with menthols. These are adults. What do you feel about that?
I mean, yes, we found that smoking is bad. I mean,
Right.
it's-
For everybody,
this
by
is
the
thing
way.
that we know, and it has caused both individuals and the government, who has to pay for healthcare, a lot of trouble over the years. That said, there is something to be said for allowing adults to make some of their own choices.
Right, and not
and
making everything dividing us racially. You know, like smoking's bad. Bad for blacks, bad for whites. Why ban the black cigarette? It seems just unnecessarily divisive. Am I wrong?
I mean, really, we could also ask, why are we calling it the black cigarette?
That's what they call it in the paper.
And then, out of nowhere, the moment that changes the entire tone. Because Bill Maher says something that instantly cuts through the room. Blunt, unfiltered, old school. The kind of comment you just don't hear on TV anymore. And the second it lands, you can feel it. That shift, that tension. Because now, this isn't just about policy or logic anymore. This is cultural. This is personal. And sitting right there, Katie Herzog hears it, and you can almost see the reaction forming in real time. She wants to respond. You can tell. There's that pause, that split second where she's thinking, do I call this out or do I let it go? Because either way, it's a risk. Call it out, and the entire conversation derails into something else. Stay quiet, and you let it slide in front of everyone. And this is where it gets uncomfortable. Not loud, not explosive, just tense. Because sometimes the biggest moments in a debate aren't what gets said, it's what doesn't. And right here, that hesitation says everything. And this is where it all settles in. Because while the moment passes, the impact doesn't. Katie Herzog doesn't jump in. She doesn't challenge it. She doesn't take control back. She waits. And in a debate like this, that silence matters. Because while she's holding back, Bill Maher just keeps moving forward completely unbothered. No hesitation. No second guessing. Just saying exactly what he thinks. And whether you agree with him or not, that confidence shifts the entire dynamic. Because now it's clear who's leading the conversation and who's reacting to it. And that's the moment everything flips. What started as a confident argument slowly turns into a defensive position. What looked like control turns into hesitation. And that's how these debates are decided. Not always by who's right, but by who holds the ground when things get uncomfortable. And in this case, Maher never let go of it. This wasn't just about one comment. This wasn't just about nicotine policy or regulation. This exposed something bigger. The gap between ideas that sound good and ideas that actually hold up under pressure. Because the moment that pressure hits, the weak points show. And once they do, there's no hiding them. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think that argument actually made sense, or did it completely fall apart the moment it was challenged? And more importantly, did Katie miss her moment to push back? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more breakdowns like this, where we cut through the noise and expose what's really happening in these debates, make sure you subscribe. Because moments like this, they're happening more and more, and we're breaking down every single one.